Hey guys, welcome to Follow Through Fridays. This is Crystal Waddell, your host of the Simple and Smart SEO Show podcast. And today is the day where I break down some of the tips and listener action items from Wednesday's show and apply it to my own business. So you can see like a real world I Volunteers tribute in action. Today, we are going to break down 3 to 4 key actions from RJ Licata's episode, all about marketing strategy and Ruthless prioritization. I really love that word. I can hardly say it, but I worked on it today. So I think I actually got all of the syllables in there for the first time just now. But we're going to talk about evaluating your marketing strategy, ruthless prioritization, expanding your network, and auditing your digital footprint. Some of my favorite things to talk about. Action item number 1 is to evaluate your marketing strategy. And RJ emphasized the importance of aligning your marketing strategy with your business goals instead of just tactics. And I totally agree with this. As a business owner, we can get so distracted by the advice that's build your business on Etsy or build your business on Instagram or do this. And all of those things could be helpful. I'm not saying that any of those things are bad, but what I found after 10 years of running my own e-commerce business and building a handmade business around a life that I actually want to live instead of just being bombarded by stress is that it's a lot better when you set the goals and the parameters of your business before you get started. Instead of letting your business happen to you, it's like you happen to your business. It may not be the best way to say it, but even today we had our meeting at the SEO squad and we were talking about our marketing and our goals and what we wanted to accomplish in Q1. And I think a lot of times entrepreneurs, we don't really take that step back to say, hey, this is what I want to accomplish in Q1. And sometimes thinking about Q1 when you've never thought about your year broken down into quarters can be really overwhelming. So I said, let's just talk about what we want to accomplish in January. And so we did that. One of my group members, I remember one of the things that he said was, I want to actually get on the phone and call some people. And I was like, that's amazing. The thing about the SEO squad, we are talking about optimizing your business. So we're not just talking about optimizing your website or just search engine optimization. We are talking about business optimization and ultimately life optimization. That's what I hope for myself and other business owners, that we would live lives that are well optimized, not just have great SEO on our website. Okay. So that was the first part of creating a marketing plan for 2025. If you're one of the rare ones that's already done this, wow, give yourself a pat on the back. Okay. Let's talk about action item number 2. My new favorite phrase, ruthless prioritization. The gist of this is that we often spread ourselves too thin trying to do it all. And RJ reminded us to focus on what truly moves the needle. If you go back and listen to the podcast I did with RJ, I told him as small businesses trying to compete online with big businesses, we have to get really creative and we have to create a large digital footprint in order to be competitive. This does not mean being in a constant churn of content creation. It means being very strategic about the content that you create and then distributing it across all of the different platforms. RJ did give me a new perspective on how to organize these things because he talked about the difference between projects and campaigns. Like projects are internal and campaigns are external. I've really struggled with using all of the project management software that's out there, like Asana, Trello, ClickUp, all of those things, because I didn't understand how to put together a project. Now I feel like I could go into any one of those programs and create a project and break it down into steps where it actually makes sense. So I don't think I'll ever forget that particular phrase. Okay. Number 3, expand your network. The quick recap here is that relationships are the backbone of business. And RJ suggested reconnecting with contacts that you haven't touched base with in a while or joining local groups. So my action step is to join the Chamber of Commerce. One important takeaway here is that networking doesn't have to be daunting and overwhelming. It can simply be catching up over coffee or sending a thoughtful email. Those small efforts can go a long way. All right. So action item number 4, one of my favorites, let's audit your digital footprint. Your digital presence matters. Have you ever taken a moment to Google yourself and think about where your business appears or where it doesn't? Have you claimed your business on TikTok, on Pinterest, on Threads? I actually just claimed my business over on Blue Sky. Even though I'm not planning on spending a lot of time there, I want to share the importance of an omni-channel approach. Not an overwhelming approach, but an omni-channel approach that puts the focus on your own assets. It starts on your website on the content and the product or the service that you provide or create. To recap, this week's challenge really is to evaluate your strategy, ruthlessly prioritize, expand your network, and audit your digital footprint. Maybe just choose one to focus on this week. Let me know which action item you are tackling. You could DM me over on Instagram at Simple and Smart SEO, or you can message me over on LinkedIn. And if you want more strategies like these, don't forget to subscribe to the Simple and Smart SEO Show podcast and join the SEO squad. So that's it for this week's Follow Through Friday. Remember, small actions today lead to big results tomorrow. Keep moving forward, and I'll see you next week.